Okay, hi everyone. Today we want to look at the topic of length, mass, and liquid. Okay, solving problems in these topics. Okay, let's look at this question. Okay, Daru's father drives from Bintulu to Muka, Sarawak. The diagram here shows the speedometer of the car. His father takes 2.5 hours to reach his destination. Calculate the distance in km from Bintulu to Muka. Now, if you look at this speedometer, okay, you can see that he's driving at 90. The unit is kilometers per hour. Okay, kilometers per hour. J means jam in bahasa. So the speed is 90 kilometers per hour. That means in 1 hour, the car travels 90 kilometers. Okay, that's what it means. 90 kilometers per hour is the same as the car traveling 90 kilometers in 1 hour. Now the father takes 2.5 hours to reach the destination. So here we have 2.5 hours. Calculate the distance. Okay, so there you have it. Now if you remember what I taught in the class, there are three ways you can solve this, but the second and the third way are more suitable. The second way is you cross multiply and then you divide the left. The third way is finding the relationship between the top and the bottom in multiplication or division. Okay, let's try this method. Cross multiply and then divide. That means 2.5 hours, you multiply 90 kilometers and then you divide 1. Okay, so 2.5 you times 90 kilometers, you will get 225 km. And then if you divide 1, you get the same number, 225. Or if you want to try this method, finding the relationship. So from 1 to 2.5, do we times or divide? Now the number gets bigger, right? From 1 to 2.5. So we have to times. Now for multiplication of 1 is very simple. You times the same number. So 1 times 2.5 is 2.5. So the right side times 2.5, the left side also times 2.5. So if you take 90 kilometers times 2.5, you get 225 kilometers. Okay, next question. Okay, here we have a diagram showing the location of 4 towns on a straight road. Khan left town A, starting from A, at 8 o'clock in the morning. He drives at a constant speed of 90 kilometers per hour. Again, the same thing here. 1 hour, the car travels as far as 90 kilometers. Okay, so at what time will he reach D? So let's find out how far is this from A until D. So 100 plus 170 plus 90, we have 360 kilometers. Okay, so which method is easier? Here we find the relationship is easier. Okay, so from 90 to 360, it gets bigger or smaller? The number gets bigger, right? So we have to times. Now what number do we times? Now if the number is too big, you just look at the front number. This is 9, this is 36. Now 9 times what equals 36? This is your sphere, your multiplication table, 4. So 9 times 4 is 36. So 90 times 4 is 360. So the right side times 4, the left side times 4. 1 times 4 is 4. So it takes 4 hours to travel. And at what time will he reach there? Now the starting time is 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. plus the duration, 4 hours, then we get 12 o'clock noon or 12 p.m. Okay, let's look at H. Mr. Tan buys a sack of basmati rice with a mass of 40 kilograms. He sells 75% to Encik Budi. Okay, so at first, the full percentage is 100%. Okay, the original amount of rice that he has, 100%. He sells 75%, so it becomes less. So you minus 75% first. So after he sells 75%, he only has 25% left. Then another 50%, he sells it to Mak Lima. Now this is not 50% from this, yeah? This is 50% of the remaining mass. So just now he sells 75% away, so his remaining mass is 25% only. Okay, now he only has 25%. Then from this 25%, he sells away 50%, another half. Okay, 50% means half. You have to remember that. 50% means half, separuh. 50% of the remaining mass. This is the remaining mass, 25%. So 25%, if you divide 2, you get 12.5%. Okay, 25%, half of it is 12.5. Okay, 12.5 plus 12.5, we get 25. So you minus another half of it, then the balance is 12.5%. Okay? So what is the mass of rice left after he sell it to 2 people? So the original mass is 40 kg. Now he only has 12.5%. So 12.5%, he put it over 100. Okay, because it's percent, so we put it over 100. And then times the mass, which is 40 kilogram. Okay, cross 1 0 left and right. Here I divide 10. So 12.5 divide 10, I move the decimal to the left one time, it becomes 1.25. 1.25 times 4, you get 5 unit is kg. So this is the first answer, 5 kg. Second question, Mak Lima wants to prepare biryani rice. She uses 1/5 liters of evaporated milk for 1 kg. This one you have to write down. This is the equation. 1/5 liters 1/5 liters for 1 kg of rice. What is the volume of the milk needed to cook the rice? Now, what is the mass of the rice? This is based on question 1. So question 1, just now we got 5 kg of rice, right? So, how much milk needed for 5 kg of rice? Okay, this is the equation. Right? So again, this one is easier for us to find the relationship. So from 1 until 5, it becomes bigger, we have to times. Times what? 1 times 5 is 5. So left side also times 5. So 1/5 times 5. This one cross. Answer is 1 liter. So 1 liter of milk needed for 5 kilogram of rice. Okay, for question I, the diagram on the right shows the measurement and the mass of a gift box. When Ali's mother arranged a few of the gift boxes into P, okay, into P, this is the gift boxes, the total mass became 4.3 kilogram. Calculate the mass in kg of the empty box. So we need to find the mass of this P box and then state the length, width and height. Now the gift box is 500 gram in mass, so we need to find out how many we can fit into P box when the total became 4.3 kilogram. So what we can do is we take 4.3 kilogram, we change to gram first. Now when you change to gram, you times 1000 gram, right? So 4.3 becomes 4300 gram. How do we get that? 4.3, you move 3 times to the right, the decimal point. So we get 4300 gram. This is the total weight. Then we divide the gift box, which is 500 gram, to find out how many boxes we can fit. So this is 500, we have to start at 4300. Okay. So if the number is too big, you look at the first number, 5. Then this one, I look at 43. We leave the 2 zeros behind here. We leave the 2 zeros behind here. So we just look at 5 and 43. So 8 times 5 is 40. Balance is 300. Okay, so we know that we can fit 8 boxes into the orange box, and we would have a balance of 300 gram. Okay, so the total weight again is 4300 gram. We minus the 8 boxes of the gift boxes. 8 boxes times 500 gram is 4000 gram. Okay, 8 times 5 is 40. So the total weight, this is the total, yeah. Where do we get the total? From the question here, okay? From the question, we get the total. Okay, 4300 gram, we minus the 8 boxes, which is 4000 gram. Then we have a balance of 300 gram. So this is box P, the orange box. Okay, then we need to find the length, width and height of P. Now, we found out that we could fit in 8 boxes. So if I were to draw 8 boxes here, it looks something like this. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 in front, and then 4 behind. Okay, 4 in front, 4 behind, so together we have 8 boxes. So what is the length, width and height of box P? Now we look at this gift box here. This is a cube, right? The length, width and height are all the same. 4 times 4 times 4. So if one box is 4 cm, so 2 boxes will be 8 cm, right? For the height, it is also the same. One box is 4 cm, 2 boxes is 8. For the width, is also the same. One box is 4, 2 boxes will be 8. So the length and width and height of box P will be 8 cm times 8 cm times 8 cm, because this is a cube. So all the length, width and height will be the same. Okay, last question. Saifu's father wishes to paint the wall. He needs 3.8 liters to paint 38 square meters of the inside wall. So I just write down first. So we have inside wall. How much needed? 3.8 liters of paint needed to paint 38 square meters. Okay, liters will be the paint needed, square meters will be the area of the inside wall. Okay, then the outside wall will need 3.8 liters for 24 square meters. So this is outside. 3.8 liters of paint needed for 24 square meters. Okay, the volume of paint used differs due to the difference in wall surfaces. Okay, that's not important. Saifu's father has used 19 liters of paint in total for inside and outside wall. State the area of wall painted both inside and outside of the house. So total use 19 liters of paint. So what can we do here? For this question, there's no there are more than one correct answers. Okay, there are more than one correct answers. As long as the total paint used is 19 liters, your answers are correct. Okay, so how do we solve this? So we separate this 19 liters into inside wall and outside wall. Okay, to make it easier to calculate, we take the multiplication. So this is 3.8. If we times 2, 3.8 times 2, we get 7.6. Right? Then this is for inside. So total is only 19 liters. If I have already used 7.6 for inside, so what is the balance for outside? So 19, you minus 7.6, we get 11.4. This is for outside. So this is my distribution. I use 7.6 liters for inside, 11.4 liters for outside. As long as the total, we get 19 liters. Okay, now we look at the calculation. So we solve the inside first. So according to the question, 3.8 liters can paint 38 square meters. Now I used 7.6 liters. How much can I paint? Now just now I told you I use a multiplication of 2, right? So we use the relationship method. So this one we times 2, right? 3.8 times 2, we get 7.6. So the right side we also times 2. 38 times 2 is 76 square meters. So this is for the inside wall. Okay, for the outside wall, according to the question, 3.8, this is outside. 3.8 liters of paint can paint 24 square meters. So I have allocated 11.4 liters of paint. So how much can we paint? Again, we find the relationship. 3.8, you need to times because it gets bigger. So what number do you times? We times 3. Okay, 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 3, 9. Plus 2, we get 11. So left side times 3, right side also times 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7 square meters. So my answers will be inside wall, we would paint 76 square meters. Outside wall, we would paint 72 square meters. Okay, again, there are more than one correct answers. You can allocate different amount. For example, you can do 10 liters for inside, 9 liters for outside. Then you need to solve the equation here. Okay, or you can do 12 liters for inside, 7 liters for outside. As long as the total is 19 liters, then you are right. Okay, there are more than one correct answers. Okay, so that's all for this weekend. Have a good weekend and bye-bye.